Yeah. Right. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Hopefully we're getting there, are we? I think OBS is working. I think the stream is working. I think we're about to get into a game here. I've got a friend request. Who's friending me? Scallywag. Right. I'm go. Yeah, the stream is on. Let's do this thing. So it's round 2. I don't know. This isn't the first game, so I don't know. I don't know who won the first game. Anyway, it's Bradiford versus Scallywag. That's what's happening here. We're on Curious Minds, and yeah, we'll see what's happened. Yeah, Curious Minds. I just noticed Curious Minds was actually in one of the maps in the map pool for the DreamHack Masters. So maybe I'm wrong about it not being used for WCS and GSL. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Kind of doesn't really matter, does it? Bradiford down here in the bottom right of Curious Minds. Scallywag up in the top left. The last time I casted a game on this map, it was Crimson Tide, who went for that proxied Stargate in this location. And, you know, as a Protoss, I really like that as a play. I'd also be tempted by a proxied Stargate here. And you can then come down and drop another pylon and drop your shield batteries here if you get away with the proxy Stargate. I don't mind either location. This is pretty early scout coming in for Bradiford, so we'll see what he wants to do with this. Is it just a scout? Is it just a look around? It looks like he's up to something sneaky. But Scallywag saw it. He saw it come in for sure. I don't know about this second pylon right in his face. I mean, all that's really achieving is alerting him as to what's up. And it is clearly a cannon rush. It's going to be 3 SCVs pulled for this pylon. But does he know about the other one? I'm not sure. In general, pylons are harder to kill than cannons. 3 SCVs will kill the cannon that's building, but they won't necessarily kill the pylon. Now, the more important thing to do is, of course, to actually kill the worker. The worker is your problem. You know, once you kill the worker, a cannon rush is over. It's absolutely over. Now, let's have a look at how much gas he's got. He isn't going to have enough for a Reaper, and that is going to make it harder. The reason I say that, Reapers are very, very quick, and so there's always the possibility of sniping. I love this, by the way. There's always the possibility of sniping the worker with the Reaper because they move so very quickly. It's harder to do with Marines, and of course Reapers heal themselves. Should be able to get this photon cannon shut down. 3 workers should be enough to kill it. He's just got to be careful that these workers don't get distracted. And Scallywag needs to stick to his game plan and continue to build workers, which he is doing. Notice in the production tab, though, Bradiford is not building workers, which is pretty sloppy. So with the Reaper coming out, I wouldn't mind him seeing him build a bunker here. That wouldn't be a bad shout. Yeah, because you can pull workers to repair the bunker and you can get Marines into that and possibly get something done. At this point, if I'm Scallywag, while the front door is still open, I'm pulling the workers out and I'm just lifting the CC and flying away. Look how much spend there is. And if we have a look in Bradiford's base, he's got nothing. There's no tech following this, nothing whatsoever. He hasn't built building workers. This is, or at least should be, an easy win for Scallywag. He's got to be careful though. You don't want this ramp to get too difficult to navigate. So drop the ramp, send the workers out straight away, and just fly the CC down to this location or even further. Now that the Marines are out, 2 Marines can come in here and just kill everything. So as I say, now don't shoot that, kill the workers. Once you have shut down the workers, Bradiford can't afford cannons. He can't chase you, those cannons can't move. So kill the workers. That is overwhelmingly the important thing to do here from Scallywag's point of view. And I'm not sure why he's still losing workers himself, why he wouldn't fly down to this location. But yeah, he just desperately needs to get involved in killing workers here. Just kill them one at a time, no problem, no problem. Continue to pump out Marines. You've got the money for it, you've got plenty in the bank. Don't get surrounded though. It is important that you keep these Marines alive. So that is a little unfortunate. Scallywag is temporarily supply blocked as well, and he wouldn't really have these problems if he'd relocated down to the low ground here. So a bigger fly and evacuating the workers would have been the preferable option, because Bradiford really desperate to make this cannon rush work. How many kills has the Marine got? 3 so far. As Scallywag loses workers, he will be able to build more Marines. But look, he's got the money. I'm not sure why there aren't supply depots in production here. You're not going to unsupply block by magic. You do need to do something about it. But yeah, this guy needs to run. Scallywag, come on, get with the program. Fly this CC away, well out of this area, and start. Look, you're supply blocked. Build a supply depot here, though. Really? So that you can't land a CC? Why would you do that? What am I watching? What kind of mess is this? There's going to be photon cannons at the front door soon, and I feel like Scallywag has missed an easy win here. Because at one time he had 3 Marines against nothing but workers, and you just shouldn't lose a single Marine to that. You can just start a step backwards all day long. Once there's a cannon up at the front door, this is going to become difficult. What Scallywag's going to need to do is lift this barracks and just fly it into the corner over here and continue to pump out the Marines. As I said, this is a location to build these. There was no thought to that. This is now absolutely horrible, and this could have been avoided had he flown the CC out sooner. Not sooner, but flown it. Well, actually, yeah, sooner out. Not here. Fly it the whole way out and evacuate the SCVs, and you could be miles away from this absolute shit show. I mean, look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 cannons he's built. 11 cannons, 2 grand's worth of cannon on the map here, and nothing else. No tech, nothing of any value whatsoever. So Scallywag, don't try and push up here. Lift this, fly it, and continue to go about your business. Now that he's built these, lift this and fly it away. Fly it out of range. Don't try and kill that. You're not going to kill that. That can't be killed. What am I seeing here? Scallywag's doing his best to throw this cam away, and Bradiford's doing his best to show us how not to do a cannon rush. Like, this is just an absolute shambles from beginning to end. Finally, the barracks is going to fly up onto the high ground. Has he seen that? I think he has. So, he needs to put this out of range of anywhere a cannon could be. So you need to have that somewhere where there's only going to be where he's going to have to build another pylon in order to hit it. Would be the way forward. But, still supply blocked. Having to rebuild, lost the CC. I mean, come on. Should have been an easy win, Scallywag. Should have been an easy win. In general, somebody cannon rushes you, it's an easy win. Like, if you know that it's happening, they've lost, haven't they? You shouldn't be losing to a cannon rush when you know it's happening. And you definitely shouldn't be losing to anyone that has spent this much money on cannons. You know what I mean? Where's the structures tab? There are 14 cannons on this map. That is absolutely ridiculous. And 11 pylons, and he's only got 16 actual units. You know what I mean? So the total number of pylons required here is 1. Anybody that's spent that much on stuff that can't move just needs to lose again. You see, this was the problem here. This would have been better off further away. This worker, this Marine's just going to die too soon, really. Better off to wait until you've got a couple out so that you can really focus on those workers if they try and give chase. But what is super important here is don't try and fight a cannon, is that you get these Marines out without taking damage. And at present, you don't want this to catch fire. It's going to burn down. So it is going to be a win for Bradiford here. Calling it a win is a bit strong. It's going to be a loss for Scallywag, I think, is the better way to describe it. At no time can anything that looks like this be described as a win. It's just a tragedy, really, isn't it? This actually dies to a cannon that can't move. Stuff that can move should never die to things that can't. That's just, That's a general rule of life. But there we have it. It is GG. So I need to find out who won the first game. Possibly even the second game. I don't know what game number that is. Let's have a looky. Well, that sucked. What is the score, please? That's 1-1. Cool. And which map are we having a decider on? I'm going to nibble some crisps here. 16-bit decider. I like a bit of 16-bit. Easy map really for a town. In general, it's not a bad map for Protoss though either. So sorry about this. I'm going to be crunching the remainder of my bag of kettle chips here, and it could get loud. That is salty. Oh, that's the flavor ball right from the bottom of the bag. I'm basically just eating salt. Oh, that's pungent. Okay, let's do this thing. Hope this stream is working. I'm ready. Oh, I've been bounced. Demoted to observer. Let me just check that the stream is working. It seems to be. I think it probably is. Okay. So 16-bit. Older map. As I've mentioned before, it's got the pocket expansion at the back, which is, you know, in some ways a double-edged sword. Does mean that you've got that very easy 3-base setup. And honestly, if I'm Terran, I depot, racks, CC, bunker, CC. I would literally go that brutal. This is a very early worker, Scott. What is this guy doing? Is this going to be another cannon rush? I kind of hope not, because, you know, cannon rushes kind of suck pretty hard, but we'll see. We'll see what it is. Yeah, I said it's a double-edged sword. That space out the back is just, it's an awful lot of room for just crap, isn't it? You know, people can fly stuff in there. Big area for drops and stuff. So, Scallywag, the mistake you made last time is you didn't kill the worker that was dropping the cannons. There is a forge in production, so, you know, let's see you get this worker. You need to have your SCVs chasing the worker. Ignore these pylons. Kill that worker. If the worker dies, look how close to dead it is. Right, brilliant. This is done. Now, supply depot, finish the wall. And now look, he's screwed. He's screwed. He's got nothing. He's nowhere. He hasn't been building workers. He's got a forge. He's got no tech. This worker's going to take a day to get across the map. By the time it gets there, there's going to be, well, you'd like to think there's going to be or at least a marine out. The depot is going to mean that the worker can't even get in to drop the cannons that he wants to drop. You know, you might, like, if you're the toss at this stage, the only noble and respectable thing to do is to GG out. You know what I mean? Like, it really is. Boom, and he has done. Well, I never. As you know, I don't know how many times I need to set cannon rushes suck, man. Don't do it. Well, wow. Well, there you have it. Looks like Scallywag takes Bradiford out, and you know, now that we're in the knockout stages, players are tumbling out of this tournament left and right. It's pretty rapid fire. So I will update the spreadsheet, and that is, let's see how many is that 4 games now that we've had. And I guess now I can turn my attention to possibly casting one of the previous games, or maybe I'll see if anybody wants a cheeky friendly. Anyway, GG.